With my partner, it was a bit of a non-event. I tested first thing after he'd left for work, then I spent the entire day working, including submitting a written assessment, and being utterly distracted. I met up with him after work at the cinema, and I tried to be nonchalant whilst telling him I'd figured out why his deodorant had smelled so off to me recently, that it was because our project had been successful. The project was what we'd been calling our half-hearted attempts at conceiving. If I'd have found out closer to the weekend, it'd have been different. On a Saturday morning, we like to do the Guardian Weekly Quiz. The final questions are all what connects these things type questions. It was my plan to slip in an extra question, what connects these things? Alcohol, caffeine, raw fish, rare steak, with the answer being things pregnant people, or to be more specific, things Apple won't be able to consume for the next 8 months, and wait for it to click. Still a bit sad I didn't get to do that, but them's the breaks. For my in-laws, we invited them round for dinner and asked if they'd help us out with wallpapering the second bedroom after they'd done a great job on my office. They asked about what paper we wanted, etc., and we said we didn't know, but that they could use this as inspiration as we handed over a framed picture of our first scan. They were over the moon for a little while, then started back in how we wanted to decorate the nursery, and we had to tell them we had no idea, it was just a pretext to hand over the scan photo. For my parents, it was a similar deal. We wrapped up the framed photo and went to visit them. It was quite funny. As we arrived, my dad had started building a barbecue. My OH was getting impatient, but I texted him to say we'll wait for my dad to finish. 45, frustrating minutes later, he does. So then tell my mom and dad that seeing as they'd nagged us incessantly for a nice photo of us for their photo shelf, we'd had another photo done and thought they'd like it. Handed over the photo, and my mom opened it. Her initial reaction was disbelief, but my dad was the best. He asked what the gift was. My mom handed it over and his lower jaw dropped through the floor. I have never seen my dad so flabbergasted. It was hilarious. I think part of it came from the fact my parents had largely accepted that we weren't going to have kids. We'd not really told them we were sort of trying, so it really came as a massive surprise.